Rick Caruso. He's a good man. He probably does need to win. As much as we joke, he probably does need to win because, I don't know what else there is here to do. I know I'm out of frame. I like when I'm out of frame like this.
That is very funny.
It's funnier to not be in the frame. It's funnier to be completely out of frame like this. That's a better show to just do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because, people get mad when we don't do audio only, when we do audio only episodes.
Mm-hmm.
There's something funny about me being just completely out of frame for the entire episode. It's great comedy. This important PSA is brought to you by Manscaped.com. This is your public pubic service announcement and the news you've been waiting for. The Manscaped engineering team has confirmed that they have successfully created the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, which is now available for purchase in the USA and Canada. This new trimmer was just released only moments ago, and we are the first to get our hands on it and share the news. Just over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping by going to manscaped.com/TimD. I'm one of the first people to try it, and I'm blown away by the performance, the craftsmanship, the details on the 4.0. They're next level. They're next level. I'm telling you right now, it's waterproof. You can groom in the shower and not have to worry about making a mess on the bathroom floor. Okay? If you're still trimming your face with your ball trimmer, it's time to make some changes. Everybody needs Manscaped. Everybody wants to support our show. It's a great way to support the show. It's the best trimmer that you can get your hands on. Get 20% off and free worldwide shipping by going to manscaped.com/TimD. No person wants to end up with pubes in their mouth, and your balls will thank you. Get 20% off and free worldwide shipping by going to manscaped.com/TimD. That's 20% off and free worldwide shipping by going to manscaped.com/TimD. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. I love Raycon earbuds. I tell people all the time, they're less expensive than the earbuds that we all know what we're talking about. These are the best earbuds to have. They're better. 8 hours of playtime, 32-hour battery life. When you need to charge, it's super easy. You can even do it wirelessly. It's a huge selling point. Raycons, you get the same quality audio as other premium audio brands, but half the price. Yes, really. But that doesn't mean they won't last. I mean, man, Raycons, if they fall, they can get lost in the rain and snowstorms, they still work afterwards. It's no wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 49,000 five-star reviews. I only have Raycon. Do you only have Raycon right now?
Yeah, I mixed the show with the Raycons. I love the Raycons.
Check out Raycon's wireless earbuds. My guess is that you're going to want to leave them a 5-star review too. Go to buyraycon.com/Tim today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tim to score 15% off. That's buyraycon.com/Tim to score 15% off. buyraycon.com/Tim. Francis Ellis joins us, blogger at one time at Barstool Sports. You had an incident that changed your life. Can you go into that a little bit?
Sure. I wrote a blog about a woman who was missing in Utah. Her sorority sisters had told the FBI she was missing.
Right.
So there was sort of this legally blonde element that I thought was funny.
It's funny.
Yeah. And then I just wrote a blog, and 2 hours after I wrote it, she was found brutally murdered. And then I obviously looked tasteless in after the fact.
It's unfortunate.
And I was fired. And you were one of the first people to call me to let me know that the world had not ended.
Right.
You know, in Batman, when he says a hero can be anybody, even someone putting a coat over a boy's shoulders to let him know that his world hasn't ended.
Right.
And you were that for me.
Right. What did I say again?
You called me and you said, buddy, what happened? And you told me that my life wasn't over.
Right.
Because all I was seeing were torrents of horrific headlines about what a monster I was. How could I possibly have done this?
And what probably happened? What's really fun is when these things happen, you call the person, you go, it's going to be okay. Then you call 6 other people and go, they are so fucked. Like, I think I did that. I think I called like 7 people. I was like, that guy's fucked. And then I think I called you and I went, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Because that's what most of us do.
Yeah.
I was calling people that didn't even know you. I'm like, he's shot. He's completely fucked.
Well, I didn't know that. So,
but that's what everyone does. That's it's what everyone does.
Yeah.
I call everyone and tell them they're going to be okay. Because it's true.
it meant a lot to me.
Well, I was right.
Yeah, you were. Nobody
Things
cared.
are better now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, nobody, they moved on to far more torn up pastures, I guess.
There's other problems.
Yeah. The Epstein story broke 3 days after my
You
thing.
wonder if it was 3 days before, you might have been okay.
It's a good
You
question.
ever think about that?
Yeah, mine would have been lost in the shuffle.
72 hours, maybe no one cared.
I know. I wonder.
Does Portnoy ever say to you, like, hey, I'm sorry it went down like that?
No. Yeah.
At Business Insider, they tried to run a hit piece on me.
Is that right?
Yeah. This guy that used to work for them was a comic. It didn't work out. Amazing. And he went to go work for Business Insider, and he called me, did an hour-long interview with me. They said, hey, and I called him like 7 months later. I went, what the fuck? Yeah, there you go. Tim Dillon blows whistle on Business Insider's failed hit piece.
Oh, I remember this.
I called the writer back and I went, hey, what happened? And the writer said they were uninterested because he goes, I interviewed you for an hour and I didn't come to the conclusion that you were like a right-wing psychopath. So they didn't want to run the article unless it was that angle. Wait a minute. What is that Kyle Rittenhouse tweet they have for me?
I'm not sure.
Kyle Rittenhouse was crying because he accidentally misgendered a court clerk. That kind of responsibility is rare to see in young men. Who could get angry at that? I mean, who could? Why would anyone be mad at that? They put that in, I don't even go on Twitter too much anymore. We tweet the clips. Taking a minute.
Good.
It's just too much.
You've earned it.
I've earned a minute, and then we'll see what's going to happen. But now this has changed your life. Now you're actually working on things that are very important to society at large.
That's right.
And what are they?
Well, let's call it
Because you're white.
a large PR tour.
You're
for
like
myself.
white.
Yes.
You're rich, right? I mean, am I allowed to say that?
Sure.
You're kind of like a Yale legacy.
I went to Harvard.
Okay, Harvard.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But no one in my family did.
Interesting. So
They
you're the
were all
first
Yale.
one.
They were all Yale.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, because I did your podcast years and years ago.
Your grandfather was like one of the founding guys of the CIA, right?
He was in Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. So
And then went to CIA, yeah.
Interesting. So it's amazing that you do this. Isn't that amazing a little?
Yeah.
That it went from that to this?
Yeah.
Isn't that the American Empire? It's the end of it, really? The guy's got a keyboard. We're in Hollywood. He's doing a thing. Anyway, but the point is, you could be in Morocco stabbing someone with a poison pen. But you're here now, and it's what's important. It's what your grandfather came to this country for you to do, is play on a keyboard.
Yeah.
Now, it is.
I mean, we've been here a long time. He did not come to
We
America.
didn't come here. He's a pilgrim, right? He's one of those guys. But I mean, coming spiritually from Europe.
Yeah.
You know, this is why they came here eventually, so that we could do this. It is true. We have the privilege to do fake business for years and years.
I love the fake business.
I know.
I've done it myself.
We have a line that's coming out. We have a clothing line. It's very good. But we have another one now happening. What you call people up sometimes and fuck with them?
Well, I when I was doing stand up in New York early on, I was tutoring.
Right.
And I started a tutoring company.
Right.
Just a small thing.
Yeah.
To just make us more legit.
Sure.
And I then called all of the sort of most prestigious tutoring agencies in New York, posing as a father, to find out their rates, and their like techniques and things. And I would describe my daughter having severe needs educationally and get the price points and all of that. And I mean, it was fun.
So to figure out where you needed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
It was fun pretending to be a dad. And
it's always fun.
Lie to these agencies.
It's always fun to make up things.
Yeah.
It's great.
It really is.
It's always fun to waste people's time.
Yeah.
It's the only reason we're here on Earth. I love it. So now you're doing this new thing, and you finally realized you're white, man.
Yeah.
After all these years.
I was told. I did not choose it.
I know. So you figured it out.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm a privileged fucking guy.
Yeah.
But then, so now you're embracing this. You've written a song about this, because you've decided that you're going to have the back of people that have been historically marginalized and
Yes.
that you kind of understand what they're going through.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, I sort of saw the virtue of people who do defend these people.
That's right.
More of that, I think that
They're almost more, the people that defend them, I think, are really more important even than the people that are being abused.
for sure.
Because the people that defend them are like, oh my God, wow.
And if they didn't,
Yeah.
we wouldn't know.
That's right. They put themselves in front of the imaginary train
Yes.
that may or may not be coming. That's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Those are the people that I want to be.
Yeah, the mouthpieces.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I drive my Bentley through a bad area to go to a taco truck and I see a pit bull chasing a young girl. And I think, you know what I mean? I think, hey, what's going on here? That's what I say to myself.
But why don't you tweet it?
I'm trying to spend some time off Twitter, but when I see that, I feel like I should do more
Yes.
about that.
But all it would take
All it would take
is a tweet.
is just to let people know
Yeah.
that there's young women being chased by dogs. It might have been her dog. She was happy and smiling. But the point is, the whole thing threw me. I didn't get it. Also, the lawn furniture was oddly mismatched. The point, I didn't understand what was happening. But the point is, it may not have been a violent thing. But this song, I wanted to have you on because it spoke to me and because it really is about those people that go out there and they make a difference.
Yeah.
Even if they're just changing the perception of who they are, it's still important.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to be, like some of them are out right now talking about the LA sheriff's race. I didn't even know it was happening, but it's very important. And there was a virtual sheriff Zoom the other day that Will should have joined to hear the different sheriff candidates and what they're going to do about Nazi gangs in the LAPD, which apparently are a lot of them, too many. But one of the people I know on Instagram is a television writer, is deeply involved in the sheriff's race in Los Angeles, making sure that everything's on the up and up. More power to them. But I love this song because it speaks to me. It's the heroic group out there. Have you ever spoken to that girl's family that was brutally murdered? Have you ever reached out? You ever say, sorry?
No.
Right.
Humbly, I believe that they probably had too much going on to even have noticed.
No, I don't think that's true. Your joke was the biggest thing of that week for them.
Yep.